I woke up this morning with my van being rocked side to side by what I assume is a bear.
Nope, 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 nope. Oh my god. No way. Oh shit. I'm fucking trapped in here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Man.
Hey, bear! This is not good. Okay, so... Oh, God. I know there is a bear in the area. It woke me up. I'm trapped in the area by these logs, but the bear seemed scared off when I moved and tried to get a look at it. So I think it's afraid of me. I think it's not liking this noise I'm making. So I'm gonna keep making noise and try to get through this. I have a snow saw, which is not the ideal tool for the job, but I think it will get us out of here eventually. And I'm close enough to the road that I can hear it. So I don't think I'm in like a survival situation, but I am super freaked out right now. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. Oy. Hey there. Hey there. Hey there. Hey there. Ugh. Woo. Hey, bear. There's more fallen trees. Oh my god. Okay, this looks manageable. Okay, this I think I might need some help with. I just don't know. I mean, I could cut through this, but it's gonna take all freaking day. Hey, bear. Well, that dude offered to give me a ride. I don't really know what that would get me other than further away from the problem. Okay, so I was standing by the road for about 10 minutes and no more cars came by. So I'm heading back up the now creepy mist-shrouded road. Hey, bear. I figure I can stand by that road, exposed, try to flag somebody down in the fog, which seems dangerous. That guy was reversing into the fog, and I was really afraid I was going to cause an accident. Or I can come back here and assess the situation. I think the scariest part is coming up and down this road. I think I can manage this on my own. I think I can cut this down. I kind of had a brainwave. I've been nervous about cutting the tree because there's a lot of energy stored in the tree, but I think I was approaching it the wrong way. I was cutting it where it had the most potential to spring up, but if I cut it closer to the end, then it won't do that. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of work though. So this is definitely my main obstacle. The way the tree is propped up, I feel like there's definitely a lot of stored energy. And if I just like saw in the middle, it's gonna pop me in the face. That's what I'm most afraid of right now. I wonder if I could just tie a strap around this tree and yank it down out of the way. Either way, I think I'm gonna take it one obstacle at a time. Get as far as I can. And oh god, this is so creepy. Hey, bear. This is pretty crazy. The top of that tree blew off, and it's here. I got really lucky with my campsite last night. That's not good. Level 2. I don't know why it's so hard for me to admit that I can't get myself out of this one on my own. I mean, if I were really deep, I could figure out a way to get that tree down out of the way, but basically I don't want to damage my van. I think just a strap on there, and if I pulled, I could probably just yoink it out of the way, but it would pull up on the bumper and might tear things up, so I'm sure someone will be happy to help me. You know, one thing that needs constant reinforcement is that it's important to keep a level head in these situations. So I'm taking a snack break. I've been at it for like 3 hours trying to get out of here. And I broke my saw because I was getting in a rush and it was binding and I needed to change my technique, and I was just frantically sawing. So I think we're gonna get out of here okay, but it's just a nice reminder that when shit hits the fan, if you can, it's good to take a deep breath before you move, because I wasted a lot of time and probably exposed myself to a lot of danger walking up and down this road today. And I should have just started by making this sign. So, yeah, I hope somebody stops. Hey, bear! The weather could not be creepier today. There's gonna be a creepy dude standing on the side of the road holding a weird sign. Ugh. It's so misty out, I can feel my sign getting soggy already. Hope this holds up. This occurred to me, I could be standing out here for quite a while. First car passed, they were in a Prius, so they didn't have a chainsaw. And, yep. You know, it seems like those overlanding guys are everywhere until you need one of them. I'm sure eventually someone with a chainsaw will drive by, but my sign is rapidly disintegrating in this moisture, so I'm going to tape it to my sun visor, I think, which will give it a little bit more rigid backing. And yeah, it's just getting blown around in the wind, so it's hard to hold up, and I'm having a feeling I'm gonna be out there for a while. All right. Hopefully I didn't just make my sign less legible. I think the word help is implied, so. And maybe a little gauche. You should have your lights on, dude. It's literally the law to always have your lights on in the Yukon. And, oh yeah. New sign is way easier to hold, and traffic is picking up. I'm feeling good about this. I'm trying to think about what other tools I have to get myself out of this situation. I have a dynamic climbing rope with me. It's 70 meters long, so I could tie that around the tree and just back up, and that might get me a better angle. And then if something does go flying, I'll be 70 meters away, so risk of damage to me or my van is pretty minimal at that point. I'll never be able to climb on that rope again, but that might not have happened anyways. I mean, I guess I did kind of want to use it as a gym rope, but at this rate, it might be cheaper than hiring someone to help me, and more time efficient too than trying to hitchhike, get a ride. I could probably get cell service and call a recovery or rescue people thing. I think, yeah, I don't know how much longer I want to stand out here with a sign. It's embarrassing standing out here. It's just people who beg for money on the street aren't doing it because it's fun, you know? Man, this sucks. Eventually a man did pull over, and although he didn't have a chainsaw, he was a forester, so he really knew how to use an axe, and within just a few minutes I was free. He asked not to be on YouTube, which I totally understand. Yes. Holy shit. It's hard to describe the feeling of being free on the road again. It was almost like reliving the first time I set out in my van. Man, what a crazy day. The guy who helped me out really showed me that an axe is the most reliable and versatile tool for getting yourself out of situations like that. He did point out that a cheap axe is kind of a liability because if it breaks, then you have no way of getting out. So he told me to get something Swedish, and I may very well do that. But for now, I'm just going to be really conservative with my choice of campsites. I'm right on the road now. This is, I can't remember names on 2 hours of sleep, but this is that lake by that national park, and it's really beautiful here. The one thing that's kind of bumming me out is that the haze from the wildfire smoke is back, so it's kind of hard to see everything. There are some really cool glaciated mountains that way. And then, yeah, the weather's not looking so hot. We have an even greater chance of severe thunderstorms today than we did yesterday. I think I got really unlucky and just got hit hard by an isolated cell, but it's supposed to be more widespread today, so that's why I've got the windshield covered. Replacing the windshield on this thing is not a trivial matter, and it's something that I don't want to have to think about, so I'm hoping that it doesn't hail, and if it does, that blanket will protect the windshield. If it rains a bunch, I'm gonna get some moisture wicking in here, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal. And yeah, depending on how we feel, I might try to do a hike tomorrow, but again, tomorrow the weather is looking kind of iffy, so I don't know if I want to stay here and wait for the weather and the smoke to clear, or just come back here on the way back down, which now that I think about it, that makes a lot more sense. Why wait here if I know I'm going to be back? And hopefully this will be the first place I go when I come back from Anchorage, I would think. So that means I can time it appropriately with the smoke and the weather and have a really good time. And maybe I'll be in a little bit better shape because the hikes around here are pretty intense. There's a lot of, I was just at the visitor center and he was telling me that you're basically following moose trails and bushwhacking unless you go on like the two most popular trails, which do look pretty nice, to be fair. So I don't know, I got a lot of options. I'm pretty beat from today. I didn't get to sleep till about 4 a.m. and then I woke up at 5:45, so I'm running on less than 2 hours of sleep, and I think I'm just gonna spend the rest of the day chilling, reading, and eating, and we're gonna go for a really early bedtime, which sounds really nice. Well, we got absolutely pummeled last night. The van was shaking from the wind, and there were just sheets of rain coming down at times. It was pretty intense. I realized that I only got 1 hour of sleep the night before last, so despite all of that going on, I slept mostly through the night. I'd wake up when things got really bad and the van was really rocking, or the weather got really loud, but I actually slept great overall, I think. But yeah, in the forecast again today, we've got more extreme thunderstorms, so I'm gonna get the heck out of here. It's weird because I feel like a pang of like guilt almost because I'm leaving. And I think the reason why is because I wanted to live in a van so I could go hiking and explore places like this, and it feels wrong to move on, but I have very good reason to get out of here, and I will come back, so I don't know what it is, and I'm realizing, of course, that it's really weird and not productive to have these expectations for a trip like this. I mean, this isn't a normal vacation. This is my life now, and I have to keep things pretty flexible. Otherwise, shit just really goes off the rails. So I'm going to head to Alaska, and we'll see what happens.